Welcome back to part 19 of our Xenoblade Chronicles 2 5th anniversary playthrough. We are starting chapter 6. I'm your host, OneHpTom. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more from me. And let's continue watching. Jin was just awoken by a little girl.
You little scamp. Do you know how much the core you took was worth? I stole it from the castle. 3 years it took me to get it. And now...
I want to say that's Laura.
Please! She's barely 10 years old!
Silence! Stay out of it!
He's gonna knife her because of that.
As good as new. You brought this on yourself.
Don't worry, Jin goes and saves her.
From now on, I'll protect you.
Yeah, I want to say this is Laura.
I'll keep you safe. Always. My name is Jin. What's yours?
Laura.
Yeah, I thought so. But see, right there, you realize that Jin was from the... He was a passed down treasure just like Bridget in Torna back in the day. And her dad must have... Actually, I don't know if that's even her dad. You know, just some thief stole it and she got in contact with it.
I swear I'll make your dream come true. So stop putting yourself at risk.
There's still time.
Is that part of your dream, too? What are we, in the end? This hunger I feel, this thirst, is it really my own?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Someone else's?
It's definitely Malphas's.
Sometimes I can't tell. Tell me, Jin, are you really here? I don't know where I really am.
You're starting to sound like a human.
Oh yeah.
Perhaps we're not so different after all. Humans and blades.
Like Jin. I mean, that's what they were trying to tell you earlier. So I guess you're starting to realize it yourself. There's the Queen of Uriah. There's more Ardain. Aegeon. Now this chapter, I'm gonna say, is crazy.
What's the deal with this ceasefire?
A tribunal, it looks like. Praetor on Malthus is here in person. And who's going to argue with the Praetor?
Does he have any clue how many men we lost? If those Ardanians get away with this, architect, damn it.
Quit your grumbling, mate. All this is way beyond our pay grade.
You got that right. We're all just faceless cannon fodder to the bigwigs. CO says jump, we jump.
I mean, it's true. You are just fodder. Thank you for breaking the fourth wall. But it's funny because the last part I did say that chapter, like the chapter wasn't gonna end last part, and it did. Funny. So. So, Mithra is taking part in this summit because we're all going to be clearing up the misunderstanding. I'm like, clear up the understanding. Be like, clear up the misunderstanding about what actually happened at Temperantia and Torna's involvement. And hey, here's the Aegis, by the way. We can approach the throne. That's so cool, huh? Not really, but we're going to the meeting room. Venue of the Summit of Nations. Yeah, I mean, Zeke represents Tantal and Morardane, who's already going to be there anyway. And Mithra just represents all blades ever. I guess Rex and Nia gotta nurture their relationship early, you know? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Not really, but not yet. Not yet.
My deepest thanks to you for agreeing to this ceasefire, Queen Rakura, Emperor Nile.
As I recall from
Thumbnail.
the Assyrian treaty of 350 years ago, the Praetorium was to refrain from intervention in times of war. And yet here you are intervening. But I trust you have a suitable justification, Your Eminence.
Naturally. But first, to ensure impartiality in these negotiations, may I present Nira, acting chairman of the OneHpTom Trade Guild. Furthermore, representing the Tantalese, His Highness the Crown Prince Ozikairis Brunev Tantal will also be attending.
Let's call him Zeke.
The Crown Prince? The prodigal prince of Tantal?
Huh. Tell that to his family. His dad wouldn't like it. We'll see that next chapter. Chapter 6 is about this.
What a spectacle! Seems the Praetor has as much clout around here as ever.
Could we not just take them out here and now?
Good point. All the principal nations' heads gathered here? It'd make things easy later.
The way to the World Tree must first be opened. Wiping out mankind is the easy part. We could manage that ourselves.
Be like, not really. There's people that are gonna stop you, sorry.
That isn't our only goal, remember? We must wait for the stage to be set.
Is Jin serious about this?
I don't know, ask him.
I've been wondering that myself.
See, even Mikhail's confused.
Oh, he's serious. He always is. He will annihilate mankind, and then he will kill the architect.
If Jin even makes it there.
Now, it seems Morardane has been accused of a unilateral breach of treaty in this matter. Emperor Nile, I open the floor to you. Is there anything you wish to say?
While we are still conducting investigations into the cause, it cannot be denied that weaponry belonging to our forces was discharged against Uriah. Regardless of any possible reason and circumstance, we are prepared to offer recompense for this grave offense.
So you want to settle this with money?
We will provide any compensation deemed necessary.
Perhaps I'm misunderstanding. To my ears, it sounds almost as if you mean to imply that the blame for these offences does not lie with your majesty at all.
Yeah, like it's
We are
true.
investigating. I ask that we not draw any hasty conclusions.
What need is there for investigation? I believe a cause has already been established. There are witnesses.
And that would be?
Bring her in. Bring her in.
What a preposterous notion. The people you speak of are merely a terrorist group. How could they possibly command that measure of...
It's the truth. I, Ozyclyrus, swear this in the name of King Eulogimenos Tantal.
Can confirm ex-Chairman Banner give these people some kind of supplies. Military supplies, methinks, and in great number, yes.
But why would...
What if I were to tell you that the Aegis Malus, who raised the world 5 centuries ago, was involved?
Ridiculous. Everyone knows he disappeared in a blaze of flame.
He's very
That
much
was a sick
alive,
cutscene, I
believe
will
me.
say.
That arsehole, the Aegis, has confronted us in person. And if my word is not enough for you...
A blade? But that core crystal...
This is another Aegis, named Mithra. Your Highness has heard of her, surely?
So the rumors that reached us were true. Who is its driver?
If you knew that, I dare say your surprise would be even greater. But that is not the matter we are here to discuss, Your Highness. This is a dire situation.
Six o'clock already. Mithra's been in there for a long time now.
We've just got to trust them.
It's like they're on trial or something, you know what I'm saying?
It's not like there's anything you or me can do to help.
You're like, I mean, you could. You're like, why couldn't you?
I've noticed something about Malos. He's an Aegis, but you wouldn't know it from how he's fighting. I'm pretty sure he's damaged in some way.
You mean he can't use the full extent of his powers?
Yes, because Mithra stopped
The
him.
wounds I dealt in our battle long ago may not be completely healed.
True.
His end goal is Elysium. He wants to go back to the place he was born. There he can heal until his powers have recovered. If Malos is allowed to restore himself,
the horrors of 5 centuries past will return.
Or worse still, Malos's goal is simple. He means to destroy humanity in its entirety.
Why would anyone desire that?
Because the guy at the head of
Perhaps he
your
doesn't even need a
table
reason.
wants that.
It seems to be a deep-seated drive. An instinct. As natural as breathing.
All of this is my responsibility.
Yeah, it's your fault.
Praetor Amalthus? Whatever do you mean?
He's his driver.
It was none other than I who awakened Malos and unleashed him upon the world.
Yeah, for your wicked
So,
desire.
Your Eminence, the rumor that you were once Malos's driver is...
I never intended to obscure the truth. It is writ plain for all to see in history books. I was a fool. It was to prevent such foolishness that all passage to the World Tree was forbidden after the Aegis War. However, it has become apparent that the laws of men do not apply to Malos.
Just because it's a law doesn't mean that people are going to follow it.
The time may have come to lift that restriction.
Especially if it's a law of man.
I appreciate this.
Don't think you've earned my trust. But since Rex is going
Facts.
to Elysium,
Facts.
their paths are bound to cross. That's all.
I'm surprised. You seem so devoted to the boy.
Because he's genuine, unlike
For both
you.
our sakes. But you, Amalthus, who is it that you're living for?
It's all about the sleep with you, bro. It's all about the sleep. Oh, yeah, we gotta attend the funeral, that's right. Master Pawn's so bossy sometimes. Because he's like, quick, quick, we gotta get to the funeral. But hey, we got other stuff to worry about. Because this summit's not over. Not yet.
I guess they did call her a goddess. The state funeral makes sense. Shouldn't you be with him?
He's a boy. Best not to bother them at times like this.
I expected
She's smart.
you to be more clingy.
She's smart, bro.
You really are different from it.
Actually, letting him be was more her idea than mine.
Really?
Oh.
Pirates. Get out. So wait, you're saying you want to go be clingy or what?
I'll burn you.
I kid. Sheesh.
I love that. I love the playful banter.
It's weird though.
What is?
I mean, don't you think it's odd? Normally, if a blade or its driver dies, it'll just go back to being a core crystal. So why is Fan just dead?
I did wonder the same thing.
Yeah, honestly, I never even thought about that when she died.
Remember Minnow? I mean Cole. He was a flesh eater.
Yeah.
But Fan wasn't a flesh eater.
She was missing half her core
I can
crystal,
say that for sure.
and you don't want to know where that other half is.
That's the shape of Fan's core crystal. Well, how it used to be.
But now it's a triangle.
That's what
Rex
we're
and I
saying,
are
bro.
Quite a unique case, but this is different still.
How is it different?
It's because Amalthus took
If a blade
half of
shares
it,
its core
bro.
with another, its shape changes in a uniform fashion. In our case, the center part went to Rex and the outer part to us. I don't know why that is, but it seems to be a rule.
But Fan's isn't like that.
Exactly.
Oh, so if they did it the same way they did,
Someone stole her core, doesn't it?
then yeah, take off that big hat and you'll find it there. But they're saying if they had the same thing as Rex and Pyra did, or Mithra too, then the inside of the diamond would be gone and on Amalthus. The other side would be on her. Excuse me. But still, her power is what he wanted in the first place. Yeah, maybe he just doesn't know. A very, very informative episode. I mean, every time you play one of these games, you always get a lot of stuff at once. But I like this a lot because I feel like it's like evenly distributed, and I don't know, it's my first JRPG and I really like sunk myself into it, so. I mean, especially if you've ever seen the play count on any of the things. I mean, I haven't played it as much as other people, but I think I like to say over 400 some hours played. It's pretty good. Pretty good for being your first JRPG, you know? That you're actually interested in. Not turn-based Pokemon crap. Yeah. Which, RIP to Ash Ketchum for retiring next year. Sad state of affairs. He's cleansing the core crystals, guys. Nothing suspicious about this.
My apologies. Did I keep you waiting?
No, not really.
I think we just showed up.
What were you doing?
I was cleansing the core crystals.
What do you cleanse about the crystals?
It markedly increases their resonance success rate.
Does it now?
Bonding with a crystal carries certain risks, you understand.
I know.
When I became the driver of an Aegis, this power was awakened in me.
So, I might be able to do it too?
Who knows? Different people are cut out for different things.
So he's basically saying that, like, Rex can...
My work is done for the
bond with as many blades as he wants to because he's the driver of the Aegis, which he is also. So technically, he could.
A special envoy,
which we will later,
to Tantor?
but just not yet.
Me?
Rex has to mature first.
Correct. Behold. As a salvager, I imagine you are already aware, but this is Allrest, the world we currently inhabit. We make our home on Titans, moving in circles around the world tree. And here lies the Great Void. This void came into being 500 years ago. It did not exist prior to that.
So I've heard. It's in our way anyway. It stopped us reaching the world tree.
The Great Void is carved from the Cloud Sea by a monstrous beast known as Ophion.
Wait, you mean that thing?
Yeah, don't hate on Rayquaza, Rex, okay?
To be precise, it is an
this music.
A servant of the Aegis.
Of Mithra?
Yep, but she doesn't have control over it.
So that thing is Mithra's. Then what did it attack us for? Doesn't make sense.
Ophion was felled in the ancient battle with Malos, sinking below the clouds.
I remember that. Me just saying I remember that, it was like... I'm pretty sure that's the exact cutscene that they use in the DLC too.
Someone must have revived it.
Correct.
And you're
Imagine if the
saying that
DLC was part of the main
someone
game.
Country Tantal?
Yes. They gave Ophion one directive. To ensure that none approach the World Tree. They sought to prevent a repeat of the horrors of the Aegis War. So, an obstacle was created, the Great Void.
How did they manage a feat like that?
As I've said, mankind is regressing.
Is it though?
Only one artifact remains that can rescind Ophion's orders, and it lies in Tantal.
It's called the Omega Feta, and it's guarded by the royal family. I'll take you to it.
I've prepared your envoy documents already. Your quest is to set foot in Elysium, correct? Malos and his ilk will surely seek the Omega Feta for themselves. I would ask you to reach Elysium before they do, and inform me of what you find there.
Oh, well, we don't have to inform you of Jack.
For a once foolish old man.
Be like, no thanks.
And so that people may have a future in this dying world.
Hey, well, we long for a rejuvenated world filled with righteousness and no sin. If you know, you know. I love how Zeke's just like, back to our rooms. Or he's like, oh yeah, let's take a nap and then let's go. And Rick's like, oh, so back to our rooms. Got it. But what we're gonna do is we're going to get to the room because we're not going to Tantal just yet. But we don't really have to worry about that until the next part. Yeah, like I'm not editing that out now. So I'm your host, OneHpTom. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I'll see you guys in part 20 when we hopefully go to Tantal. Thanks for watching.